And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from body to where and said the way forward is a Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Burger come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Nombi there, and he now where he's just thinking all kind of way Burger, all kind of thing. He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me.
Oh.
Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Burger benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right. He
benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving Ababa for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he wants to persecute us. He doesn't want to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your part has been go look for lawyer. It was from Kun offered, my own son offered that I went and signed a resolution. I managed to tell them why y'all did this. You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So signing the resolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. When Burger send a bill, they will not put all the law they put in now and back it.
Oh, okay. That was a smart move.
I said correct move. Yeah, correct move.
So Liberia is in trouble. But I tell you this, I still repeat, if the president refuses to change, then the government is in trouble. The government, if you finish this government, let's thank God. Because as from next year, it's going to be fluctuating. And all the people that is in the government, they are liars. All of them. They don't know why they are there. They don't know what they are doing. They don't know the reason of staying in that system. They are just pushing the vehicle like this. They don't know where the vehicle, they don't know where it's going. So the forefathers of Liberia, they are in pains. It's very regrettable. Even the former president, Syphilis, is even regret having this person as a president. So that is just it. They believe that George Weah is too much for Liberia. That is the man who have brought total transformation to Liberia. That is a man who have turned Liberia to mini London or mini US. And he will have done it in the second term. But they didn't understand. They are angry with him. They believe that he's against them. They believe that he doesn't like Liberians. That's what they believe. You say Liberia will be zero in sports. Zero.
In sports?
Zero. But yeah, go to Nations Cup now. Go to Nations Cup. Let's see. Let me see you Nations Cup. Go to Nations Cup. I'll give $500,000. If you qualify for Nations Cup, I'll give your national team $500,000. I promise. Your national team, if they go to
and the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure, they come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine ahead.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to instantly because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just me.
Connections there, you not get it. Yeah.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
Yeah.
It does not have that contact.
What you are experiencing in Liberia now, if you don't know, in 2 years' time, then Liberia will be worse. Will be one of the worstest country in the whole world. What I mean, worstest country in the whole world. If Liberia will not protest against this government, tell me there is no God. If Liberia will not begin to cry, coming together to cry and said, we don't want you again, leave, resign, tell me there is no God, I will never serve God again. I am a prophet of God, and I'm talking as a prophet. Right. The hardship, you have not seen that hardship now. In 2 years' time, you will see the hardest hardship you have never experienced. Liberia will drink dirty water, and they will be thanking God for drinking. That is the kind of president you have. This president does not have anything. He doesn't have any template. He doesn't have any roadmap for the nation. They just force him there. It was a rigged election. Rigged election. It was forced on you people. It was forced to be president. So, and the people who connived to do all of this and put him there, right? US.
You mean US, the United States?
United States. They are involved in this election. I am telling you, not politically, I am telling you spiritually what I foresaw. It was rigged. Totally rigged. And now they have seen it, that this person does not know anything. This person cannot help the nation. This person cannot put the nation right.
Welcome to the media. How was session today, sir?
Well, session was fine. As you see, we didn't have a quorum. And we are instituting measures to make sure that the people's business will be done by compelling the members who are not to work.
What kind of measures expected to be instituted, sir?
Well, it will be any number. I think we will inquire with them. If we don't have to, if we can't get the requisite number, so different just instructed us that we can use the courts to compel attendance in accordance with Article 33.
People are speculating based on years of experience being here. Circumstances that the speaker are pushed to the wall to resign.
Do I not push to the wall? Do I not push to the wall? No, I'm not pushing the wall. Resignation is not an option. The law is what it gives us. If they have super majority, they can have the gavel. If they don't have super majority, they have to come under the gavel.
Thank you so much, Honorable Kofa.
You're welcome.
President Bouaka 2025 budget will determine a clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on some of these problems. For instance, I know it can be argued understandably that the overpass bridge that the Chinese government is about to build and the road from Cassidy Boulevard to 12th Street, they were all in the pipeline. That's true. but it was blocked in the pipeline. The President Bouakar's visit to China, reassuring China that when we are taking action on the global stage with our own interest as a country and other person before Liberia's interest, and then people fighting them will join inside and vote.
Just a final question.
Yeah. So you see, he visited to the FOCA, to the China Africa Forum, has now got China excited with the new commitment to come do this project. They are in town already. You call the Minister of Public Works, will take the Chinese government in West Town when they say they want to do something. But when you step on their interest, then you're in problem with them. Now, anytime we want to do anything on a global stage, they for us as a country and people. And if what's in it for us is good as a country and people, if other countries benefit from the trickle-down effect of our vote, okay. But we must never again vote on something that will hurt ourselves as a country and people to please any other country.
People have been eyes to resign. But this case, watch the process and see. Speaker, he will never resign.
Your statement was very strong, reflecting the life of Speaker Kofa. That was very strong.
He has given us the assurance that we have decided to stay our ground to be behind him. Any attempt for him to resign, he will never be taken.
That's a test, sir. In what ways?
I don't care. Then he shouldn't play for all of us. You cannot allow us to stay behind you. Then you make mockery all of us. You can't make mockery all of me. You cannot. You have said my statement. So have they reached a number? No, have they reached a number? Yeah. So when you just work, you say you get quorum, 36, 37, then you go from your. Is that what the law says? That's man. So.
Liberia, like I said, is one of the best countries in the world, whether you believe it or not. You understand? Yeah, it's a small country. It's one of the best countries. You know, we are very good people. And then I think what we should strive for is for our country to survive. You know, and that's why we promote peace in our country. You know, for so many years we've been promoting peace. And people that brought war still continue to have the face and idea of discrimination. This is wrong, and we will not sit as citizens of this country. I was in opposition before. I faced this thing before, and then of course I'm in opposition. We'll put check to that.
Wow. And these things happen in the wake of these turbulent times. You know, the economic hardship is very high, and there were people that you may have placed on payroll and so forth here and there, but these are Liberians in the wake of all of these hardships. They have been taking off jobs, and some of them could be angered by that and take matters into their own hands. And you are a man of peace, and if they did support you and they are suffering because they are associated with you, people have been taking up tenure positions. Whoever associated with you, either directly or indirectly, they have been taking up jobs. These things could anger people and they could take matters in their own hands. What say you to this? Yeah.
Maybe the international community that were reminding us to make sure that we don't break the rules and regulations. They are still there. And we have to respect the laws of the Republic. That's what we did. When I was in power, when they tell me that no, this is a tenure position, you cannot move the person until their tenure expire. So be it. That's the law. We can't break the law. So I hope that the government will take heed. It's important to respect the law of the Republic, the democratic period. So we need to respect the law.
Let me say good evening to all of you wherever you are. And this is it right here on this very day. And we are grateful to the Almighty God. And we think for sure with God, all things are possible. And we are here together to do what we normally would do for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And let me say welcome to all of you. It has been quite a hectic weekend for others. It has been a joyous one for others. And mournful one for others as well. And all of us who went, we are coming back the same. Some are sick, and some are not just feeling too okay. Some may have gone for the weekend financially strong, but they are returning, and in this form and faction. So let me say hats off to all of you. With God, all things are possible, and we are certainly here tonight. And no student will distract me as per my dress code tonight. No student will distract me as per my dress code tonight because I'm in this. But when President we are in office, and at the time all of you started wearing proposal, why send Joseph Boga King office against even see a minister then wearing Kenko and Tina? They don't want to resemble him. They is a rejected, dejected woman. We are came in power. Most of the officials, they wanted to wear proposal suit. Most of the officials, because people always want to emulate, there's this thing about leadership. Anything you do, people just like it and they just find themselves emulating, that. But most of Boga officials, they don't even want where they kind of think. I don't want to say, I let it be business. The media way. We are came to power, it was we are who introduced proposal suit. So you saw most of his officials, they started wearing proposal, including your vice president. He adapted that, Jeremiah Kun. Jeremiah Kun. So you see here now that we the one now. So I the only one who really admire the paper crew. They say I don't like business. No, I'm wearing what the paper wears. I'm here wearing it, but I guess see an official they want to identify with him to the extent that even the people who voted for him, they want to identify with him. When you go ask them, "Are you voted Joseph Boga?" They say, "No, that's you." Me, I didn't vote for that man. Until you can recognize someone, and we're not taking pictures during the election time to capture people as per what they were doing. So you see there, but nobody want to identify with the old man. Only I don't want to identify with this old man. So I come like that. Sometimes I try to make him, I try to. Just don't identify with him. That's all. Why would one man be president and be rejected all over the place? Nobody want to mimic anything after him, nothing, what they call, So, I tell you, I let it paper, but I can say, I don't even let it paper. But look at my suit. My student, they said, nobody want to identify with him, but me, I identify with the woman now. So my students say, I don't compromise myself. They say I'm now compromised, right? Like that Roosevelt Kruman saying that, is compromised. No, we got to identify with our leaders. So, why everybody just is only the old man? Even the old man dress code and all, they don't want to get inside it because they don't want what is going. But I the one doing it. Even your own children and second way, you will not dress code. What kind of thing? What kind of president will bring something that nobody? Victor Gira say he wants one. I will try to get you one. Yeah. Anybody who wants some, just come to me. We brought enough in this country thinking that you're going to be sound dress code. It's just packing. Nobody wants one. So I don't want now trying to advertise it because the president said I brought out a dress code there. You know even able to advertise it. He completed poll. So he looking sick inside. And the whole thing, it can be big on him. He can be looking sick. With his face looking like that. So I the one now can really do it for him. I'm trying to see so that the person who brought it, thinking that they were coming to get money out of it, it's not working. Nobody wearing a paper suit. Nobody wearing a paper can go all over the place. But when you go South Africa, the way Nelson Mandela used to dress, most of the people who emulate Nelson Mandela. So that's what when Goodluck Jonathan was in Nigeria as president, he used to wear the same thing. So you will see most Nigerians. That's just a customary dress code that people will emulate after other people. That's what it is. Some children just growing up, they just try to see president for the first time. They say, oh yeah, let her hat the president wearing, and their parents will go buy it because they must wear that hat so that they can look like that. You see now, I even what I call here. But I actually I must admit that I'm really a semblance of Joseph Boakai. I really look like him in this identical suit tonight, and I think for sure we all can admit to it that we are. He's still ah God, these people. You know one where your Joseph Burger cap whatever it is, you know. The way he made a polo understand the whole dress code business, he had made polo think that when you wear you will faint, when you wear you will be dull, you wear you will sleep, you wear you this that. That's what people here think, and we think for sure. But some of us will identify with him because he's human being now. You can't reject somebody like that. Yeah, you can't reject somebody like that. And let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great joining us tonight right here on this day. We'll just say a few things in passing and we'll get on to what it is tonight. And with God, all things are possible. And we are certainly getting there. All right. How was your weekend? I hope your weekend was quite fantastic. And it was quite great. And with God, and I think with God, all things are possible. And so I think we are certainly getting there. So let me say what's up to all of you. Tonight, we are back here. And we'll continue to do what we always do. For those of you who find it very difficult to get jobs or maybe opportunities, we'll keep engaged with you through our partners, the radio entertainment, who will always be there to make sure that we give away some cash. So tonight, it starts saying star 24#, and you could walk away with 5,000. That one is automatic draw. I will do so that you'll be able to get it. Yeah, and anyway, my students say if you get clothes, we'll buy you clothes. Never you wear that clothes. That's what they get. No, and not the clothes itself, is the hat. It's the hat. The hat when I went to South Africa, that was when I bought it. Yeah, I bought it before Joseph Burger could even come to power. I bought this thing before Joseph Burger could come to power. But most of my students, they don't like to see this clothes. You know why? There's something associated with trauma. You know, the trauma, the economic hardship of the day, and so forth is so much of trauma to the extent that even, you know, and it's quite terrible. You never want to see it. The woman is very bad, very terrible. By the way, things are falling apart from him, and so we are certainly getting there. And I wore this hat here on purpose. You don't know the purpose. So it's here, and we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. All right, and a lot of things are happening in Liberia as we speak. You know about most of them. There's nothing that will come to class here that is strange. Maybe you just want to hear our side. And one thing we are committed to doing, our greatest fear, is sustainability. But as to whether we are resolved, yes. Even if not on radio, my Facebook page will do the work. Except there is no, look, we are resolved to see to it that Joseph Yuman Boakai will have to lead this country the way they promised. They nearly plunged this country into war for this one Joseph Boakai business. We are not going to give up. No amount of scares and things that will make us to give up. No, we are strong. Yeah, we are strong. We want to be part of the success story. We want to be part of the struggles of life. We're born to struggle. I did struggle. All along, my entire life had been characterized by struggles. So we're trained into struggling. Even under the CDC administration, we're still struggling. So you see that? So we're still struggling because people were giving money to people who didn't really deserve it. But that didn't discourage us. That didn't deter us. We still did what we did. We lost contracts in government under the CDC, but yet that did not deter us. Nothing. Absolutely. Liberia is the focus. And the man who drives that focus, and we mirror Liberia through here is George Weah. So I don't hide it from anybody. Whether you like it, you go or you come down. I'm not a fake person. I'm not a sycophant. I make my position clear. Sure, you know, if you want to get close to me as a friend, yeah, you can get close to me. I care less about whether you're close to me or not. My position is for the sake of the country. If you really fall in line with the country, then you'll fall on our side. Today, you are feeling the pinch of the decision you made. Some of you are just there because you think you eat money. I was just talking with a friend just now, and he was telling me that the people are paid. You know, some of these civil servants are shame just closing their mouths now. The people are paying them as per the stable rate. Right? Now, the national budget was passed at a rate of 198. Their quote-unquote fake national budget was passed at a rate of 198. Today, and they even told you that they will be paying you in 70% USD, then 30% will go because of the issue rate. It even goes beyond that. Now, the CDC came to power and said, no, we don't have to do things that the Unity Party was doing, where they were paying as per what they call government rate, because I don't want to call it stable rate. Government rate, right? They call that one government rate. Government rate is constant. It can move. So during those days, when they tell you say government rate at 155, that 155 throughout, government rate goes up. It comes down. Any kind of thing that happened at 155. And the government will always pray that it doesn't even come down. It will just remain at that 155, something like that. Now, CDC came to power. CDC said, no, we'll be paying as per the prevailing rate, because when the rate goes up, and then you start giving the man his money, and you start giving him this money. Let's say, for instance, now the rate is 198. And then you choose to pay this person at 184. You know what you're doing to that person? Because you took my money, I did business with you. So the civil servants now, government is not paying them as per what CDC was doing. CDC was paying you as per the prevailing rate. Some of you are be complaining, you're opening your mouths. Oh, we go today, they cost our money from there. Today, our money go out. The time it goes up, they will not complain. But the day it comes down, as per the rate coming down, oh yeah, the government harmonization, they can be cutting down some outside. You see this sycophants? That one, some of you will feel it in your whole life. Look, God came to this country. God decided to grab this country and put it into you people and really squeeze you out of it. So you see what happening? A friend of mine just told me that government owed him 5,000 USD. Right? 5,000 USD. For them to pay, they said they're only able to pay in Liberian dollars. So they pay in Liberian dollars and they gave him 915,000. Right? 915,000. So that 915, that last money they gave you. And you know we are being the terrain of 198, 198, 198, right? So, you know, people are sitting there and saying a lot of trash. So 198, right, is the prevailing rate out there. You took my money and then you are giving me it in Liberian dollars, meaning I have to go back for US. Now, the rate, if you calculate, somebody you owe him 5,000. Somebody you owe him 5,000. That person is being paid 915,000. Do the calculation yourself and see the rate I wish they gave that person money back. The rate they took to give the person money back. If you check it, you'll be in the neighborhood of 183. At what time have we ever dropped down to 183 as rate in this country in most recent time? Is that not stealing? Is that not corruption? So you grab somebody money, 5,000, you get in 915,000 in LD. And that person is supposed to convert it. So my 5,000 I'm supposed to do, the business I do is in the foreign currency. That's the most cheapest or the most appropriate medium through which I can do the transactions. So I'm supposed to go buy zinc, I'm supposed to go buy this. The only time it can go forth, now, if I'm taking it to go buy US, I am buying it at 198 or 199. You know how much I'm losing there? My 5,000 will drop to 4,600 or 500 or some more, or whatever it is. Or 400 is gone. Is that fair? So these are the things where we get 183 as rate in this country. Where at what time we ever came down to 183? And that is what the government did. And that's what they are doing to the civil servants. But they will shut up. You know why? Because when they cried, nobody will. Hey, you saw the health worker there, they woke up, they said they wanted to go protest here. And who get it? You think you have been talking about is there? Though I get Google friends who are also what they call, but who cares? What are they crying now? Who cares? Nobody cares. These are all bunch of corrupt people who just came to power to steal. They claim that people were there, were rogue or so far for now, so forth. They can't even prove or think. They just stagnant. All the corruption fight is just about witch hunt. Because the old man himself is a rogue. His officials are rogue. Most of them are rogues. Most of them. They said they were not going to part up payrolls, but go administrators and agencies. They are parting up payrolls. So what was the essence of what they call it? Joseph Boga just lied to people. You see, he sat down there without an old crock voice there. You used to hear it. If some ways, you see, 3, 4, 5 presidents sitting there in government job. They ain't get nothing to do. Go around him. All the people he get ambassador, the other presidential appointee on advisor or economy advisor, all the trash that he put around him. Are these not wastefulness? He was talking about cutting down plenty of people working in government. You see some of the offices, people just there, they ain't got anything doing. But check, even at the Ministry of State, see the number of persons around Joseph Boga, worthless people, all age, pampers wearing people. He put them there knowing they're doing nothing. But because he wanted to criticize. You see what we are talking? But you see, people may not understand some of the things, but we'll keep highlighting it, and that's what they don't want to hear. They are very angry. Their own level of crooks who are associated with them are disappointed in them because they are crooks. They are crooking the very people who crook along with them to make their way to power. That's why you see the legs of Santon Waterspoon is no longer a favorable ground for them. They are not going there again. They don't want to listen to him. That's why I saw a recent. I know they say Costa or is going to put out. I have decided to declare him president non grata ever since from day one. Even for the day they say you are coming to this, I get that for you. So they are re-elevating even crooks, damaged crooks to come in their defense because they are drowning. They are looking for integrity people, and people like us, we have it. They are looking for people like us. All their men that they use to say, our media group, then they know where they are. Because you know why? They have searched, they have looked around, they have seen it, they have checked everyone of their officials. They have checked their phones and things. They haven't seen a big text message in any one of their phones. To say, big brother, how many evening are coming to your office? Or big brother, I want to come to your house. I don't. No, they know we are people resolved. And there's no turning back on this because we cannot compromise the interest of this country. So as a result, they say they want power, we've gone down already. So even if it causes for us to look for those people who are damaged, let's go for them. Just bring it. Let it just cause noise. Just some distraction. But the people will not distract us because I always told you people that my focus is not on children. My focus is never on tiny people then like yo. No. My focus is not even on the minister them too much yet, except in some instances, I will jump on them because I know what it is. But my focus is on your power. Your power. And when I know I hate your power, you can hate your power with. So why am I going to kids? Why am I going to children? When I know that when I just hit the path straight, all the children will be dislodged. Why am I going? So you see what I do? I'm very sound in my target. I know what to hit at, and I get the desired result all of the time. I don't care what you do. At any time you want to come here and there, I know where I'm hitting. I will keep punching there, punching. And the only place that when I punch, it can make significant impact. It can go deep down all over the place at your power. Your former beggar papa. That man who used to beg. That he the one I'm talking about here. So I don't have time for how anybody feels. People should live abroad free. Especially when God bless you before. So we don't get time for that thing you're talking all the thing you're on there. So your corruption fire fighting. Just today, the justice in chambers. The justice in chambers. Oh, let me pull it up. Oh, I'll tell you. In the Samuel 12 case, that corruption case. When we were telling you, Joseph Boaga witchcraft activities will really damage him. Wait, you think I'm really happy in seeing how Joseph Boaga stealing like this? I would not like for them to use the Samuel 12 case so that we can hook Joseph Boaga there. No, I know there is more stealing going on than ever before using the national security system. But the law is the law. And we are protected of the law. It doesn't matter who is involved. That's the law. We say it is difficult for you to investigate these kind of national security issues. The last time when I said the AFL were involved, what a morning I were opening their mouths and telling me, say, AB, you generally you put your more national security. Why you said that I had no right to put more on the military? When you said I had no right to have said the military is being politicized. Ain't you said that before? This thing you know about it, folks? They may put a more security issue. Okay, so I agree that I'm not supposed to be discussing security issues and not even supposed to be naming names as it relates to security issue. But you equally don't want to agree that whatever Tweden did under the WIA administration that brought us on national security, it does not call for national security, but it should put everybody but us. But y'all were there scorning me when I said, which of course were true. And the AFL, but you can see the AFL today, you know that is divided. Was I lying at the time? No. The series of appointments that were done after Joseph Boaga won, it was just trying to, reward these people for what it did to the military. They killed it. They destroyed it. Today, there are factions in the military. You can see that clearly. There are others who, when they text the other person and say, I want to party, they don't know what. That is what it is. I said that. And we can see it clearly. I'm not afraid to say that. Whatever it is, they have justified everything. Yeah, but you said, and people said, there's that, if you were talking about military national security issue, okay, I agree. That's why the justice in chambers, who's somebody who worked at the justice ministry before, Justice Siane Clinton Johnson, who, after other issues, the conference that was held, she just decided to issue the alternative rate. And what I understood is that the line of questions that were asked by her, in fact, she worked there before. She's a national security expert by herself because becoming a judge. So she goes with that orientation to the job. So she understands the line of questionings and so forth. There's the law. Not because Joseph Boaga appointed her, but she knows that there is a tomorrow. The same Joseph Boaga men will also benefit from the same law. She doesn't care. So she issued the alternative rate of prohibition and then told the people that they need to come up to just file in their returns in relation to that. And that is what was popped. That is what popped up today. And some of these things, when we are saying it, some of you will say it and just, oh, maybe then just talking. No, we don't just talk. We don't just talk. We gave logic. We preach logic. Very good. So that is what she put up today, and I just want to share with you so that you see it. For us, we don't get time for how you think. No, your thoughts are narrow, so we don't have time for that. So I'll just read quickly. They talk about this. They said here on the Samuel D. 12, former Minister of Finance, Development Planning, Councillor Unity Twine, and these are the people that are the issue about the case, economic sabotage and so forth case that what we're talking about here. Right? So this is it. Justice Johnson and on Roosevelt Willie. So the last time when the judge passed on that, and I said it, I said he was opening door to a president questioning the wisdom of another president. Of course, in the law, no judge can revisit or undo the decision of his concurrent. When they say concurrent, you yourself, you judge, right? Your judge when it passed on this, then you now came there to come sit there as a judge. You can revisit because that was your wisdom. That's why the Freemans did that. It was your wisdom that you passed on that. That was your wisdom. They don't question that. So they leave it like that. So a superior person who above can question. We can question each other wisdom. Somebody who is superior above us can question that. So in this case, the reason the Freemans passed the Constitution and said, look, any matter that is done as national security issue, the president who does it at that time, that's his wisdom. He determines what is security threat. So when the Joseph Boga government comes there now and say, they said our security, but our not security threat. Is that Joseph Boga wisdom? No, it's not Joseph Boga wisdom at the time. It is George Weah's wisdom at the time. And no national security expert will tell you, say they will buy into this foolishness Joseph Boga and his people doing. Now, wait, Sean, and even if Joseph Boga were to come there and George Weah comes back, which of course I'm very sure about, he can't say, oh yeah, we're going there because what? That is the law. There are several other persons' names that you will be calling. That's bad. Right? Yeah, that's bad. But, you know, that is what it said here. So she issued the alternative writ of prohibition. She said, you are hereby commanded to notify His Honor and Roosevelt Willie, assigned circuit judge, First Judicial Circuit, Criminal Court as Criminal Assassin C for Motorcyclists County, sitting in a special assignment in the Republic of Liberia by and through the Ministry of Justice and a Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission of the City of Monrovia, Motorcyclists County, Liberia, respondent in the above entitled cause of action, that's prohibition, right, to appear by filing their returns before His Honor and Sianen D. Clinton Johnson, Associate Justice of the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, pending in chambers, and I'm sorry, presiding in chambers at the Supreme Court room, Temple of Justice, on or before the 20th of March AD 2025 at the hour of 9 a.m. to show cause why the petitioner's petition as prayed for should not be granted permanently. So you see all of these things that happen. I say you are further commanded to instruct the respondents herein to file their returns to this rate in the office of the clerk of the Dishonorable Supreme Court on or before the said 20th day of March AD 2025, and to read to them the original and leave a copy of the petition for the writ of prohibition. Very good. With the respondents, and as to when and how you should have served with this writ, you will make known by filing your official returns, blah blah blah, here and there. So giving honor my hands, blah blah blah. Councilor Sam Momolu Clark. So that's why it is. So we are getting there. So that's why it is. So the alternative writ is now issued, right? So they should now come and tell whether this is SYZ that should happen. So they should be able to come up with their stuff. But we are certainly getting there. And people will not understand some of these things. It's not about witch hunt or so forth. There are specific things that happened. PR all know that. So now issue, you know, and y'all stop. Nobody, y'all should be leaving my man go by the way on this blue. What by the way, they're looking for a place to hang already. Stand on firing there on that side there. They're looking for a place to come. And I mean, they can come find legs. Anybody just stop because you know that the worst place there you get God, you get the editing sound. No, that's not it. You know. So that's what it is, right? And this is exactly what it is. So I just wanted to share that with you so that you see it, and then you know where we are going as a people. All right. The cyclists, they say something threatening, and which is not good for our country. But I know it's inevitable. All the protests you see people staging is almost like calling people attention to something that they think is not right, like in your home. Every time you come, your child is not happy. You say, why are you not happy? The child will tell you. You say nothing. You go again, you come back, that child is not happy. The child is protesting. That is protest. Right? The child will be happy with other people, but the moment the child sees you, the child is not happy. That's protest. That's a form of protestation in the home. So for that child to be relieved, you must listen to the child. You must address the child's concerns. And your failure to address the child's concerns, it may likely lead to the child taking matters into his or her own hands. And at that point, you may not control. There may be some damages done already, and you have yourself to blame because you think you want to act stubborn. Now, you may not understand how this country is at the moment. Keep playing your cash giveaway. Star 7 star 24 hash. You may not understand how this country runs. But this country, we are all vulnerable. No security. Some man in the pulling and beyond, you see them passing around in pickup. They are vulnerable. The very people you need pickups and think they are vulnerable. The police get barracks. The police that you see here, so that thing you can see down there, your thing they living there, your thing they get some barracks here anymore. No, they are living in the communities. It's risky. It is very, 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 very risky. So that's why even if they have all of the barracks, they still have to proceed with caution because they have a vested interest in the communities. Listen to this scary thing the boys are talking. I heard it. I felt somehow. So wow. Why our country turning into this? This is bad though. It's not good for us as a people. All right. So the guys are saying this. Listen to this. I'll play it so that you listen. It's bad. You may take it for fun, but the government does not know yet. You think the guy and the thing they're talking here, so you think they will come by in the street again? You think they're telling you something that they will come? They say people, listen to what they are saying. Right? So the guys are saying that when they tired protesting, people will lose. I don't know what is that loss. I don't know whether it is property or people will lose. Whether people will lose property or human being will. I don't know what they are saying. But these guys, they are singing in chorus. They say you may overlook our numbers today. You may think that you are not listening to us. When we come in the street, you are able to parade with the police or in the streets. But when we tire protesting, people will lose. When you're hearing these kind of statements, what will make investors to come to this country? What will really make investors to come to this country? Hearing these kind of things. When we tire protesting, people will lose. You listening to that? You know, law here a group and law been putting mob on people. Yeah, people, the law been putting more on people and talk about reckless government. I can't. And Joseph Boga said we are government on autopilot, that the real autopilot. You see that? You see what's happening now? You're hearing the voices. You know, when we are saying these things, you always say, oh, evidence that door. If you are smart enough, you will listen to us and you take precautions. You take the necessary steps, because not all that we say, because the reason there is some of us, we have vested interest in this country. Our families are having their properties here. We too get properties here. We get our children here. We can get anywhere to go. So some of these things we get warning all the time. But you never want to listen to us. Because you say, we should try to pamper you with it or try to make it like a milk to give it to you to whatever. No. Hear what the guys are saying. When they tired protesting, people will lose. You don't know what they're planning. Angry man, hungry man, angry man, hungry man, right? And when people get angry temporarily, portion of their sanity can be suspended So temporarily, they can be some kind of way insane. Temporarily. That's why you see when people are very angry for truth, something that they do, they wouldn't have ever done it to you if they were to themselves. They are controlled by their emotions. That's why you see in law sometimes they tell you say provocation can be a defense. That means if I slap you or I did something to you, I must be able to prove that you provoked me. I can use that as a defense and will be no crime. It's lawful slap. I can slap you lawfully. I can break down your horse lawfully. I can do some things to you lawfully and then use provocation as a defense. That means you provoke me to do it, and I must be able to prove that I was provoked. Because that provocation defense is wherein it must be able to prove that where any normal person in a reasonable mind be engaged in that manner, they will have acted in the same manner I acted. That is why you call provocation. You must be able to prove that. So there are people you push them to the extent that they have no other option. And the only option they had at that time is any reasonable man understanding or reasonable man, sound man, who act like that person at that time. The law will look at you and say, yes, you are right. You see that? So provocation can be that. So the guys are saying when they tire protesting and you're not seeing them again, then they are going to the communities. So I don't know who they will be after. I don't know what is that. But I will talk on Justino Gray because as his team to see what really they meant by that statement to say when they tire protesting and people will lose. I don't know what they mean by that. Lost properties or whatever, I don't know. But I think he's the head of that group. So I will call him up so that he can just tell us what really they mean by that. To say people will lose. Me, I'm gonna get that whole thing there is scary. Some of us, you look at us in this country, you can say we're not people who let the country, but we let the country. You don't let it believe all that. Well, I think I was going to be supporting your bad thing that you're doing. But I'm here for that thing there. Let me call Trocon so that he can tell us. Because where the protest tended to now, those statements are coming, they are threats, and which of course we can't just take it for granted. And we don't know what's happening. So if I get him, then I will get him. If I can get him, I will get him. If I can't, then of course, but I will get him. I will get him. So these kind of statements be made, and it tells you exactly. And we think for sure it's quite troublesome. So we'll get him. Okay, I think he's on the line now. Trogon. How you doing, Trogon Justino Gray?
Yes, sir, Chief.
You the head of the Trogon of the Supreme Motorcyclists?
Yeah, I am, Chief. Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay, good. I call you up today. Dead pass in the afternoon hours around the University of Liberia. So few of your men there too. Initially, you started with a parade, but again, like you promised, the protest continues. But what's so scary tonight that I just chose to call you is not the specifics and the nitty-gritty of the protest today, but the voices we're hearing, the chanting, and we're hearing the choruses were too threatening. Did you follow the videos trending now that people are threatening that when we tire protesting, people will lose? You were aware of this video?
Well, yeah, now leaving the team, I listened to the video. I listened to my colleague venting their anger, expressing their frustration, saying that people will lose. That was not in any way mean that human being will lose. That we are already started losing our back. We are seeing police people with our motorcycle. Some of them who took loan, they are already started losing. It will not in any way mean to say, oh, human being will lose. No, that was not the intent of the song.
Okay. So when you said people were lost, and so what exactly would they be losing? Because like you said, they started losing already. But again, what would be in addition to that?
They will be losing their finances. They will be losing their families. We motorcycle for us, we take pay every day, like I always said. With institution, government, or private institution, it takes pay every 31 days. For us, it is a 10 week now, we have not taken pay. So we are already started losing. and our friends continue to lose their back. Can you imagine some of our friends who went to the different zones of the devil to collect their back, found their back? I mean, people are already started losing. And so our son was not in any way made after whole human being. Come on, we can't do that. Okay? We just want to express our anger that we are already started losing, and we are calling on the government to listen, because this is not fair. I mean, to just ban people because of other people's action, and you looking at them losing their family, losing their livelihood. You know, that was the intent of our song. And I ain't with me went to him.
Yeah, but you said when you tire protesting, people will. So the protest is the first option. Now people will lose this plan B. Is that a plan B towards your actions?
No, like I said, because obviously when you are protesting and you go on to protest and you are not getting results, the police is not stopping arresting back. The police continue the arrest. So the more motorbike arrest, I mean, we are the one that are losing. There is not government. For the police, they care less. I mean, they don't care about how many persons going to be hungry. They don't care. So it is us who are going to lose.
Wow. And I'm still here to see, because again, you want to know phonics is very essential. Were they saying people were lost, L-O-S-T, or people were L-O-S-S?
We're talking about finances, G-A-B. And I want him to be lost. I try to reduce it to probably him because that is the picture they try to put out there that motorcyclists are kidnapping people.
Yeah, that's what I'm very much careful about. People were lost.
We can't do that. We can't go that route. We are being peaceful, and you, the journalists, are witness to our different protest action. We are not in any way trying to tell the world that we're not kidnapping people. No, we are losing our families. We are losing our finances. I mean, there are a lot of things that we are losing. There are many of us today who kids are not in school. When they become government and seize our motorbike. So we are already started losing. And more people will lose one government for not to arrest. That's the meaning of our message. So I see people, I mean, spraying the whole motorcycle, they go, Lord, I got to be careful. Oh, you want to be, come on now.
Yeah, because we were just trying to see whether we can understand the various, because losing property, to something like that. That's why we thought maybe vandalism, in a form of vandalism. But again, are you people intending to get tired for which you were saying that? Are you getting tired?
No, we are not getting tired. We are getting frustrated that we have a government that probably choose not to listen to our cry. And there are other options available to us. And we are going to utilize it in the confines of the law.
Oh, those options are in the confines of the law.
Definitely.
People will lose is part of the confines of the law. If you tire protesting.
Yeah. Protesting.
No, you said when you tire protesting, you said the plan B is other options. Now, the other options you were saying, if we tire protesting, the other option is people will lose. So is that in confines of the law? Are you speaking the context of the law? When people will lose?
Every common is taken to court and looking at the kind of conversation we have been having with the Senate and the representative. I mean, Gregor Coleman could lose a job. I mean, that is part of the lawsuit we're talking about. As we are already started losing our properties, Gregor Coleman could lose a job. And that job is so dear to Gregor Coleman to the extent that Gregor Coleman went and started knocking a chest that the day he's going to get by in the street, I mean, he will resign and the rest of it. So the job is so dear to him, I can understand, and probably he was so desperate for the job. So the job is dear to him. So if he lost a job, I think he would join some of us that already started losing our property.
Trocon Justin O'Gray, I love you for that. Thank you so much, my guy. All right, thank you. The message as part of the laws he are talking about it has to do nothing with human being, but of course, it has to do with people losing their jobs or maybe opportunities and so forth. Thank you so much, Trocon. We appreciate you and your team for what you do, and I keep up the great work. And like you said, I support you because you are operating the confines of the law, and which, of course, I will have to support you for that. All right, so thank you. That's great. And we can really say we are grateful to the Almighty God for everything that we will continue to do. And so we are certainly getting there. All right. So we talked about the prohibition already. I'm done with this one. I've also talked about okay, good, great. So let me talk about this one today. The EU delegation in Liberia, they met with the former president of the Republic of Liberia again today. What makes it news? You want to ask what makes it news? And Tony Brooks, that my response is clear. Check to your own for there and carry. You know what makes it news? Okay, let me try to upload it and so that you see. They went to visit. This is not the first time diplomats. This is not the only team of diplomats visiting with the former president. And every time they come to this country, it's an integral part of the peace and stability of this country. And he's one person upon whose shoulders our democracy rests at the moment, because he demonstrated that. They accord him that due respect whenever it comes up. So we will come on to that. Today, that meeting was held. These are pictures from that meeting that was held with the former president. And when we finish from there, we'll get to other issues relating to, let me tell you a thing and I will talk about. Minutes from now, because you're on 9:02. We'll talk about the meeting of Joseph Yuma Boakai with Fonati Kofa and what it means for Richard Kun, who is saying otherwise. Then we'll also talk about the letter from ECOWAS, official response from ECOWAS to Richard Kun about recalling those people who were appointed or who were elected to represent Liberia under Kofa's administration. We get that communication here. We'll share that with you as well. Then the next thing we'll talk about, they said there was some level of embarrassment for Jeremiah Kun in there. Thank you so much to you, Prince Sheriff and team. I want to thank you guys openly on this radio that you are fighting out there for the sake of this country. And I want to say thank you. You really, really did well. You made Philadelphia a place that indeed Kun will forever remember. I think he had any subsequent town hall meetings and things, he had to cancel everything because the embarrassment is what? Nationwide. Wherever he goes, he will continue to be embarrassed. And at that point, I understood from a security expert, a friend of mine there, that showing you people did, they advised Kun that they cannot guarantee his security were he to have other arrangements. Because where he was, you could see the scuffle between the securities and that of the protesters, the in-hall protesters. We're not talking about outside protesters. We are talking about in-venue and in-hall. In-hall. The protesters were in the hall. That kind of protest. So the security had to warn him that traveling from place to place, town hall, we can't guarantee your security anymore. He has demonstrated that you can't be guaranteed your security now. So you got to call up every other thing and find something else to do. Or maybe you leave and pack your bag and go back home. So, Prince, you did a fantastic job, fabulous job. And that's why it is. You're able to echo, not re-echo, but say echo the message of corruption, bad governance, just within a short space of time. The entire America got to know about it. Thank you guys so much for that. So let's continue here. And Kun made a statement there, and we'll talk about that as well. Right? We'll talk about that. He made a statement there. We'll talk about that as well. Talk about Patka. We have to talk about something about in passing. Then we'll get to the meat of the Kofa and something issue. Then we'll close. Sometimes the news can be too much until I can want to leave some. But sometimes you want to leave some, and the next news that will come, the next day will be bigger than the old one. You know, Joseph Boga is just making part of big, bad news. Every day, the other news will be bigger than the other one. The other news will be so calamity upon calamity. There's no day that you will say, oh yeah, today on the news is smaller. No. Every news, bad news that comes on a daily basis is bigger than the other one. That's why it is. That's the curse that they are associated with. I always say that. So you see here, right? There is the former president right here. Very ever potent and relaxed man. And I read in this newspaper, you know, these guys, then they are very much. They made newspaper he carry under in Barcelona. Yeah, I think so. So the newspaper he is carrying, the guys went and captured the man saying here with the newspaper. Where you get lawbreakers. They are studying about Liberia newspaper everywhere they go. Under Joseph Boga administration. That newspaper, if you check at the black bold print, the ink print down there, the bold one. And you see that, so you'll see there lawbreaker, right? And it's too terrible that every time we have to be like, I think that the real clear one day, yeah, the lawbreaker tell them. The lawbreaker tell you. Yeah, the lawbreaker tell they want it clear. You can see a lawbreaker. Lawbreakers. Can you imagine? These people are traveling everywhere. You know that some of the things that they want to go discuss with the former president. Who knows? Yeah, because the main newspaper is not covered. You see a lawbreakers. You see lawbreakers. It's right there. They see where Reggie Kun went to Arnold Johnsonville or DV Public School. They say, what thing about law, sir? They say, lawless state. Everywhere they go, God just begin to see everywhere. Hey, you see the man? They say lawbreaker. You know the president, we have saw the lawbreaker newspaper and say, oh, because the way I'm looking at George here, you know that you look at the newspaper here, and you see a finger pointing and you say, oh, you know the president too in front of Jesus. So George look at the newspaper and say, oh. So you see lawbreakers, president, we are pointing to the newspaper and say, oh, it's here they carry the air well. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? This is terrible. So these people will continue to meet with the former president, and because I say he's nobody, and he's Mr. Nobody, but somebody then going to the nobody, and he Mr. Somebody, and he Mr. Somebody, people not coming to him. He was just forcing himself on people all over the place because he does not represent to be a president. The old man is sick. When the people come around, they are afraid. Look, the people feel so that kind of way. You know, yeah, like you can't see somebody, nothing sound, you will hear from him. You see, you already know who he is. So as a result of that, it's a serious problem. But the boy who says he's nobody, that he the one there. Yeah, somebody zoom this thing. Somebody capture the zoom one. Let me see. Okay, I think I hear it. Yeah, but I think I zoom one day, man. Yeah, they want we zoom. No, yeah, leave it. I hear that. I hear it. I hear it. Is it a man? Is it a man? Is it a lawbreaker? That the lawbreaker group then that EC president, we are meeting with the people. The lawbreaker group, yeah. Okay. So what we'll do, let's save it there and put it on the other screen. Then we deal with it that way. Yeah, we'll deal with it. Don't worry. China coming put it up. The lawbreaker group, I didn't want to come and deal with now. So you're coming to see it. Don't worry. China coming to put it up loud. You will see it. Oh God, this country. Jose Yuma Boaka, our pa. It's our pa. What do you want me to say? Our pa. So what the Bible say now, pa? The men are pa. Yeah, our pa there. Okay, so I think this one will be able to show it to you right here. But you can see it. I think you can see it. You can see it? You not seeing anything? You're not seeing the lawbreaker thing right here? The lawbreakers. Like the lawbreakers thing there, you don't see the lawbreakers. Then president, we are saying, oh, they may get it in here. What kind of thing they may also? We all can't disgrace us. Yeah. And the lawbreaker thing there, in the man, so you saw that. So. All right. So I just wanted to give you that other news. They not let you hear good news. It can make them feel so terrible. But they want for good stories to come out about them. I will suspend the issue about Koga, then we jump on to the president meeting with Kofa. So I was on a show on Friday. Should we talk about Kofa? What do you call? Okay, let's talk about Kun first. Let me get Kun stuff. Let me pull out Kun stuff. Let's talk about it before we go anywhere. Yeah. No, wait, I'll come here.
The last question. Thank you. So, the way our laws are written, every vice president is a packer. Because on our constitution, it says the vice president will assist the president. The president got to request that assistance first. If the president don't request that assistance, Mr. or Madam Vice President, go sit down to your office and go to session. And so every vice president is a packer. Any vice president who want to be a running car, that vice president can get in trouble. Is President Bwaka working with me? Yes. As vice president, if I get advice, I go in the room to the president. I advise the president. Whether the president tell I advise or not, my own ends in our room. If it came out, the only thing I can do is to defend it, or I toss some kind of way around it and find a way around it. But I can't come from that room and say, I told the president listen to me. You see the thing I spot? You honor your boss man. The power of the executive is inherited in 1%. Now the president of Liberia, you vice president, whether you're popular, you're not popular, the power of the executive is in that 1%. And only that person has that authority. The player sitting here, if President Bwaka says, I'm going to drive the mark, I'm going to talk to you again, I'm getting outside, I'm leaving from here. At the work of a vice president. And so, every vice president that pack out, my chief said, I'm going to be here. Yeah. When you call me to go back, I will go back. When you vice president, before you travel, you got to go to the chief. Chief, I'm traveling. Please give me an excuse. When the chief said no, you sit down. At the work of a vice president. Every vice president I want to add a AB, the histories are there. Y'all been seeing it. Me, it will not happen to me because I know my role. They want
Thank
to
you.
know whether you're a parked car in this administration. That was the last.
All right, brilliant. You see, that's why it's good when you go to school. You know, education is very important. But wisdom. Wisdom is the king of knowledge. Sometimes you go to school, you learn whatever, you don't get wisdom, you finish. Because now all the things they can teach us in the classroom, oh. They don't teach us almost 85% of the lives we live naturally are things that we were never taught in the classroom. And so you got to get wisdom. Now, who is always making mistakes? When he continues to speak, he doesn't know how to approach issues. The last time again, at Spring Johnson wake, I know a wake or memorial something or at the Capitol building, he said all kinds of nasty things in there again about Prince Johnson. Dead body. How Prince Johnson as somebody who used to learn money business. How Prince, and you don't understand contextually. In what context did Joseph Bwaka use that word packer? You think Joseph Bwaka was saying it in line at that time? Look at the time Joseph Bwaka said that. Joseph Bwaka never ever made that statement when he was vice president to former president Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. At that moment, they owned it together. Whatever is happening, whether he's Paco, whether he's whatever, he's moving along. You know why? You are picked up as a vice president so that you will move along. You are not parked. You are moving along with the president's vision. That's why the president, as per our constitution, goes to the vice president and said, this is my vision. You have to move along with my vision. You are not going to be parked. You are going to move along with it. You don't have your own vision. It does not mean you are parked. You are going to move along with my vision. So they are not parked. They get their own roles. They play. Look, Cool's statement just made me to understand that he doesn't even understand how powerful he is to be president of the Senate. He doesn't even understand it. You are an extension of the president. That office there, not their office there. There's nothing there at the Liberal Senate as their office. No, they made you president of the Senate. You're going to preside over the Senate. You are going to guard towards everything happening there. So even I agree that even Joseph Bogana, what they calling you, whatever it is, and then they talk to you, say, oh, this, that, here and there. This is what it is. You don't call yourself Paka. A cool, intelligent man, smart with wisdom, and he asking that question. And say, when I accepted to move with Joseph Boakai, I accepted as a person to work in line with his vision for the country. And we are pushing towards that. What up, Paco, whatever it is, so forget about it. Boakai was sarcastic about that statement. Boakai, the time that he made that statement, you don't even understand. Boakai made that statement when you were not happy with Ellen. And because Boakai wanted not to fall into the lapses of Ellen Johnson said, shine away from all the spoils of Ellen. Now he was about to fight. Now he had his own ambition to push. So all he needed to do to justify to people, to make himself to look known, that indeed he's not part of what Ellen did. He was packed. You use the word packed. He was packed. And everything Ellen did. In fact, Boakai made a same statement. Boakai said there were times that we advised Ellen and she did not listen. But what could I do? It's the same statement. So you see now, the scene but Tammy is wrong. Kun Tammy is too early. So you can see that Kun is now preparing for the 2029. Remember Kun to say, when the president tell me to do anything, now what I can do, though I can enter an era, so that advising. But so now when you now want to accept the advice, I ain't got nothing to do it. I will either play some kind of way around it, but I can't want to go. Kun is trying to say these things that Boakai said about Ellen Johnson Sirleaf before. Because Kun don't get sense enough to understand how to address these issues. You think the people that were asking the question, they didn't know what they were asking because they know things are going bad. And they started it too early to know that whether or not, because they wanted to go somewhere. Are you a race or Paka? Say, I'm a Paka. So then we contextualize it in the frame of what Boakai said at the time. Who Boakai was speaking to. Boakai never had Ellen anymore. He never respected Ellen anymore. He never valued Ellen anymore. That was when he said he was Paka. But when you stay enjoy the confidence of Ellen and he had a camaraderie, there was no time Boakai described himself as a Paka. At this time and age, when Jeremiah Kun still believes that he enjoys from Joseph, but why is he saying that he's Paka? Something is not right. The man is washing his hands off already. So that those of you in the diaspora or Liberians back will know that Kun cannot be blamed for any bad thing that Joseph Boakai doing. Clear. Right? Isn't that what Kun want to portray? Is that not what Boakai want? Is that not the message that Boakai was sending at the time? That was the message. Kun does not understand these things. The guy is, I want to borrow Sam Andrews' words. The guy is dull. He doesn't understand that trap they set for him to just hear from him. Because they knew that he's overly ambitious, he's preparing already for 2029, all those things. And so he start making excuses already that will prepare him. So that tomorrow, if there will be time for 2029, and then they asking question, but these things Joseph Boakai was doing, the lawlessness all over the place, what do you say? He say, you can't blame me for it. I was a Paka. But why would people always say these things? Is there not room for resignation? If Kun believes that he has a future and Boakai is not doing the right thing, why he can resign now? At least talking about his own is too early. Why he can resign? Why? I understand. And Kun's supposed to have known that that was a trap. But because he's not smart enough to know that it was a trap. So he fell into the trap. But anyway, Pa told him already, and the Nima people, they are aware. His late father told him that Akun will be doing the job. Now Joseph Boakai will be doing the job. You know what he said? This is what Akun went through. And that's why you see, that's why you have to say he's opaque. He never understood the context in which this was being said. So now we get former Parker and we get current Parker. One of my students, Trokon Gawe, says, we got John David and Yabawulu said, we get former Parker, we get current Parker. So Parker. You see the excuses these people are giving us for failure? Joseph Parker was trying to distance himself from failure. He calls himself Parker. Who is now distancing himself from failure? He calls himself Parker. They tell you, say that's how our democracy functions. You are never a Parker. Because number one, you are going to be moving car, but moving along with the president's vision. So if you say you park, that means you are not part of it. The other time you say park, that means you're not part of it. So you see what you did to yourself? You always destroying yourself. You did it on the grounds of the Capitol building again when you say you are paying tribute. You start talking about Prince Johnson, you to let money business. Johnson was somebody who, when you call him for 25,000, said you will run there. All kinds of nasty things you said. You are still saying the same thing in here. By the way, you're dealing with each other already. Thank God we are getting to know what it is. Let us get on to the next one. Time is fast spent. And let us get on to this Kofa thing here with what Boakai met with Kofa, and then we close the chapter on this. I don't want to talk anything much about them. They know themselves. They know what they are going through. They know what they are aiming at, and which is very much good for them. So let's get on to the Boakai meeting with Kofa. Now, who may have received all of the slaps, both internationally, locally, ranging from Supreme Court not attending, and the SONA, and the ECOWAS issue, which of course our communication is here, and so forth, all those things, it may be a slap in the face of Kun. The worst ever slap that ever came was the weekend slap that came with the meeting of President Weah with Fonati Kofa and his team. That's the biggest slap. Because you know why? Boakai had already ruled out Kofa, and you were operating with Kun now as speaker. Everywhere he goes, he will Kun. Even the burning of the Capitol, the fire that got at the Capitol building. When Boakai went to say that, Kun. Boakai ruled out to the extent that he gave instruction to Gafuan, all his lieutenants, that the only person, even the RG, he gave instruction to the RG that the only person you must withdraw all the security details from Kofa. Boakai no longer saw Kofa as speaker. And Boakai was the only, with the exception of Nyomi Kanga Lawrence, then the pro tem or whatever it is, the recognizing him, Boakai and that of Nyomi Kanga Lawrence, right, were the only of the three branches of government that recognized Richie Kun. So, for you to see with all that thing Boakai been doing, giving the support, for Boakai to choose to call Kofa and say that here, I thought that you were no longer speaker, but there's no way out. You still remain the speaker. You know the level of deceit that Boakai did again when I be telling you, Papa, is a rogue, he's a crook, he's a bad example for anybody in this world. That Papa sat down in front of Fonati Kofa instead of apologizing. That Papa was brave to look at Kofa then in the face and say all the things that are going on in the legislature, he know anything about it. Then I woke up, I wanted to say, the Papa now wicked, the Papa is just somebody who's sleeping. No wonder President Weah said When Bwaga said, now one day, President Weah was in the Senate and raised her hand, President Weah said Bwaga was sleeping. No wonder. Bwaga, that noise. In fact, there is no other noise. This is the noise that shook, in fact, that still shakes the entire country. No investor coming. Nobody want to do business with the illegal group. Nobody, all these things that they say they now call investor then to do, and all these bills, and of course revisit concession agreement. Nobody want to get ears to them because they believe that Joseph Boakai is operating with illegal group. And nobody want to take risk because there's something in law they call buyers beware. They call it buyers beware. It also goes into contractual relations as well. You should know the kind of person that you have in contract with. The person should have the capacity to enter into the contract with you. Does school have any capacity to enter in contract with anybody or the house, the lower house leadership? Does that leadership have any capacity to enter into any contractual relation with any sound investor? No, they are illegal. Why? Because the highest court of the land said they are still illegal. You think the people will come? No. Bwaga knows he's tied down. Instead of him calling to come and talk to, go forward and say, I apologize for this. He said he know anything about it. But I'm not surprised. Bwaga is a crooked fritan bobo. I don't know if they say fritan bobo or whatever. He's very much crooked. That the same thing Bwaga did with the CPP. Bwaga sat down there, Benina Ure, Alexander Cummings, they insulted each other, accused each other, and then Bwaga said he never knew anything about it. He sat down. That danger was going on his watch as chair of CPP. Only for God to help us. For Ure to point him out, and then the government went and subpoena Joseph Boakai, how he went and talked for Ure now in a whole thing there. He will say he never knew anything about it. Joseph Boakai. How terrible that old man is. Then Papa will sell this country here, and you will ask him, he say he never knew a boy who then was selling this country. You just watch it. And the Papa start saying it wasn't me. All the things the Papa can be doing, it wasn't me. I don't know anything about it. You watch it, and you say, okay, your country, they were leader. And that man will say that in from Kofa. Who in the country don't know about that thing? Who in the country don't know about this speakership thing? For Bwaga to say he know about it. But they should find a way to be able to settle the issue here and there. Bwaga, you are a complete disgrace to adulthood. Now, what country you treating like toy like this? 42 years, they say you get all the experience you got. That the way you treating our country, Bwaga. All the terrible things that happen in this country, you say you don't know about it. The country Bwaga was selling. No wonder people just stealing honor him. He said he know about it. Bwaga has written his own letter of appointment and revoked all the letter of appointment, and he said he know about it. Bwaga has appointed people 3 to 4 times. You see the kind of absent-minded leader that you have. Then you think the sound will come for the country. There is a leader who the toughest and the most rocky thing ever happened in this country is the speakership thing that has stored this entire country. Everyone else, wherever you go, international, local, social noise. Bwaga say he know about it. Then where is leadership now? Where is leadership? You know about it. So let me hear. I'm at King Sefen. Something happened here. President, we are cause. AB, the other one, what they call and say, I know about you. But everything, the noise is there. They are said, President, we are, I know about you. What the essence of me being here now? If I would say I don't know about it. Every bad thing that happening here. President, we are calls me, AB, what is it that going on down there? I don't know about you. I rather should be able to tell you, Chief. Let me be able to check up something quick and I will get back to you. And then I will have to make a statement that will appear like I had a proud knowledge, but not to that extent. Because I'm not supposed to tell you I don't know about it. I'm not supposed to get that kind of response. So for Bwaga to sit down and then see nothing happening and then telling people, say, you know about it, forget it, our country finished. You know, you don't even understand some of these things. The worst will continue to happen in this country. The same way Bwaga was sitting down at a program. They called him Bwaga for him to go address the people. He started packing a logo, and when the time they go by, he said, oh, I don't know. That the program stay on. That is in the paper does. So the man who not in a state of awareness, he does not know anything that went on in this country. That the man you say our president. And the man you will see a hair inside all, he will be doing it all. Deliberately you will see that old man there, but when he backfires, he say, I don't know about it. Most of the burger officials then you see stealing around here, so burger know about the money. They can gain burger some of the money. But when a backfire, burger can say, I don't know about it, also suspend another person. And they will suspend the person and still be paying the person because the people know that burger is aware of it. All the worst thing that happened in this country, the public can know about it. I just believe he knows, but he's just a crook. Is this the kind of so? Let's say, for instance, now, well, we have to account for anything that happens in this country. But Boga is telling you he doesn't know about anything in this country. We have to account for anything that happens in this country. Boga does not know. So what is Boga there for now if he doesn't know anything? Anyway, that's life. Let's get to the lines and interact with our callers. What thing you got to tell us now? The Mr. It wasn't me. The Mr. I don't know. What thing you don't know about, Walker? It is the executive that instructs the police. You telling them to flog people, beat people. I bet the denial we are at that airport, if you ask Joseph Walker, though he was the one who gave the last instruction and said, we don't get two presidents in this country. You go ask Walker when he backfire, he will say, I don't know about it. How wicked this woman is. You say, I go do it when they can't ask me, I just say, I don't know about it. Look at that kind of thing. Is that not being reckless? Now you see why the police reckless. Now you see why the security system is very, very poor. Now you see these things now because you have a president who does not care. And he always said it. He said, I don't care how you feel. And he always saying it. I don't care how you feel. What they call the country. He always said it. I don't know about it. But that's the biggest slap in the face of Richard Kuhn. For the men who have been with you all through and calling you speaker, and you are the only one he recognizes, for him to now recognize Fonati Kofa and even call him to talk to him is a slap in the face of that other idiot they call Richard Kuhn. Very foolish guy. Then he came out to release statement say, oh, Boga never gained ultimate. Okay, I agree. The executive mansion has not debunked anything to say, look, Boga did not meet with Kofa. No, the executive mansion did not say that. So let's forget about it. That you yourself, Boga, they didn't tell you what to go. But for the fact that Boga met with Fonati Kofa, you can see that you're no longer relevant. Eh? Just. Let's get to the lines here and interact with you. Keep playing your cash giveaway. Star 79 and star 24 hash. We're certainly getting there. I'm gonna need to say now, like your country. Now the country you say you get under the sound president for the 2-year experience. I see you're moving Buka Denso from there. Like hey, then now you'll get there. So see you. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Golfing.
Yeah, how you doing? Please go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, and good evening to the many listeners. I'm Francisco McCart, who join you from the Center Circle of my world here. I just want to say something here this evening. Joseph Yuma Boaka and his so-called police, I don't know, Inspector Gregory Coleman. Once they took a food from our table, Gregory Coleman, they arrest all our motorbike. We the motorcyclists, we're going to fund our own group. We're going to call it a vigilante group. So all his policemen are deployed to these various places. We're going to get rid of them. Since they don't want to get our motorbike, we're going to take decisions in our hand. You know, seriously, we are very serious. Some of us, our children go to school. How do we go to school? How do we get to school? Some of us, our parents, they survive from us. Through the motor, then you hold our daily bread. Things that how it look. We're going to be drastic. Something we are not going to listen to our motor union or our motorcyclist union or whatsoever. Ourselves going to create a group for those police people that are on the street. You can have a better number.
Wow. All right, my brother, and thank you. Let me get on to the next caller. How are you doing?
Yeah, we live in July.
Yep, let's listen to you, please.
Yes, this is the brother who has that journey from Pueblo to be specific in Zimbabwe. You know, that's why I love it. It's very smart. You know, when it comes to the issue between Bwana and Jeremiah, they are taking things that is not going right Bwana and Jeremiah, but they don't want to tell us. Can you imagine if you have a role of other better statement? Those are thinking about talking now to resign and focus on talking now. You are referring to Jeremiah. That's why Jeremiah to make a statement say he's an old car. Any vice president is an old car park in the garage. When Jeremiah got to load a vice president is an old car park in the garage. But you know, there's certain things going on between Bwana and Jeremiah is not right. Tabu Rasta is breaking the news, right? I'm telling you, serious thing. Yes. Bwana don't tell Jeremiah anymore. Yeah, because Jeremiah was the one who fooled Bwana and told Bwana that Reteko would be a better speaker and Reteko is a commercial king. Reteko won an election at the mercy of the Supreme Court. They couldn't know going to win the Supreme Court, but now Reteko is no longer speaker. But you allow Bwana and Reteko will pay for it because the Bible says whatever evil a man does, it will lay after Bwana and Jeremiah. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks, Abu. We appreciate that. And let me get on to the WhatsApp line as well as we try to connect everything here as we move on tonight. Then the female line will come in that as well. This is where we are. This is what we do, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. Hello, how are you doing?
Hey, hello, AB. This is Melissa from New Jersey.
Yeah, Melissa, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, first of all, I want to use this time to tell Prince Sherry and all those who went to Philadelphia, thank you. They did extremely well. I should have been part of that group, but unfortunately, my working time is from Friday to Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
My off day are Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. I'm not off on the weekend.
Okay.
That's why I didn't make it there. But I enjoy it. I was on my job watching it on my phone laughing. So it sent Jeremiah a clear message that we that live in diaspora, we are not the people that live in Liberia. Because the people that live in Liberia, they get power, they suffer there, they tell them they worship them. We don't worship anybody. Even the very United States government officials that we get here, we don't worship them. Before we talk about foreign government officials. Secondly, for Morgan to say he doesn't know about what's going on in the capital building. Morgan is on tape for saying that the thing that going on in the capital building is a non-regulated politics. He's on tape for saying that. How can he say he doesn't know? If Morgan does not know, what action has he taken on the justice minister and the police director who said police will patrol in the capital building and start plucking lawmakers from the minority black? What action has he taken? There is nowhere in the world such a thing has ever happened. Liberia.
But besides that, when you saw the budget on your desk, did he see Fonantikova's signature there?
Exactly. In fact, besides that, maybe just addition. The issue was on. When he sent a former minister to a majority bloc to discuss the budget, and he sent police there to protect them, not for the minority but to disrupt them. And Boga will come and tell us that he doesn't know about it, for us to believe I say we can drink water through our nose. We don't drink water through our nose. So I know very well that Boga is a criminal, a born notorious criminal. And they put up the country and gave it to him. So he's right to say all that nonsense. He's right. So thank you, AB.
Okay. Thank you, my brother, for your contribution. I appreciate that. AB,
hey, AB, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you for the show, myself, brother. Look, AB, we're in trouble. That country in trouble. Yaka. For Boga to say all this soccer that go on the legislature, he don't know anything about it. Why he took to Ghana as a speaker?
You know about it.
Why he invited Kun? And for the day, they just show you that you don't care. At the end of the day, I get in position where they were in power. Anything to do that, I know about it. If we in trouble.
Certainly, big trouble.
Then he said, he just think that Konatukopa so let Bobe that one, say now again. Oh, I know. So for nothing, I say, okay, Papi. No, for nothing will not trust you. No, you scheming on him. Where your problem? And I just want for everyone all to just remain focused and forget about all these sad thoughts. Then people that are lost focus, that lost their respect, that lost their credibility. We shouldn't pay attention to them and just focus and bring the bad things that the government is that the government is doing every day. So that's all. For Kundo say that he pack all the positions, his budgets and everything that he get, it just tell you that he tried to start, but like you rightly said, you cannot be in 15 months, then he tried to start giving excuse early. Just 15 more or 14 more AP start giving excuse. I'm a packer. Hey, look, cool. Your owner say it's not timely, man. So just come back and do the best for the people before I end my call. Let me say kudos to Prince Sherry and manager and all the other groups that were at that place.
Okay.
On Saturday.
You said that. Thank you so much, Colin. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Eddie.
Yeah. Let's hear from you.
Want to know?
Yeah, fine.
Yes, Pio.
Pio. Yeah, let's hear from
you. No, Eddie. I hope that if country is really distincted as speaker, you will accept it. The only disadvantage is that we will allow for to remain as president when he finished, because I don't want now on a criminal court and a criminal court to become president on other leave. That's the only reason why I'm there. One, I want FP to Funadi, right? If he remain as speaker, if he come out as speaker, he should resign. Once the guy don't have a number, whether he's done a company of the majority or not, he must remain as speaker, and then add into the teeth. At the end of the day, the system will finish. Because Bola know you're not coming back, and Content know you're not coming back. But just as you said, sometimes one news or one honorable member with a regular Facebook or program here, right? Then by now, Bola going to be himself. That moment it's just very environmental material. I don't know. So the Labonco tell me now, we prefer the men with absent minded who don't know what you say today, tomorrow come and say different thing, to a Buga Keso, who at the end of the day, you do something tangible that we can see, that we can see, that we can admire. I don't want to tell the great people. What I hate the jealousy too much in our country. I don't want to. Who cares a job we have to sing music every week? Or rather, you did something that will make my generation fly off. Why do you think people or someone told generation and now someone told or don't go with a gender leader? Because don't there's something talking about Liberia. Like every young man in Liberia and man on Liberia.
You're right.
Although he was a gender leader.
Okay.
But it's so sad.
Thank you, Pio.
It's so sad.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, Pio. We are that, and then get on to the next caller. Hello, how you doing? Go where Paka can be. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, my brother, how are you? It's your brother Leo.
Yeah, Leo. Let's hear from you, Papa.
Yeah, man. Look, Evie again, man. I just want to say hats up to my fellow brothers who were in Philly this weekend.
Yeah.
Especially man, Sharif, he did what he needed to do. But look, listen, man. Jeremiah Kun is a sad VP for our country, my brother. How can you claim to be a pop car when you are supposed to be in readiness whenever in the absence of the president? In case the president is incapacitated, he needs to be straight into action right away. You know what it means to be parked? This guy, Jeremiah Kun just get out without here, be lit and just get out and talk. I'm telling you.
We're talking to the man.
No, man, really, Jeremiah Kun, of all people who is privileged to be president VP for our country, was kind of, I was in Philly, but it was just unfortunate I couldn't make it to that whole. But Jeremiah Kun and the guy was coming for them, my brother. Thank you, my man.
All right, we look forward to seeing what's coming for them. I'm hearing the news, but I don't intend to talk about it yet. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Let's hear from the female line as well. We certainly get in there. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, my name is Kiache Fia, the former president of the
Let's hear from you.
If I want to take ticket for the show tonight, they say go to Baka. Baka say all the thing I go on la bro. You know nothing about it. You know the thing Baka will call people get in the place yet. Nana Baka or a visit to focus. I say in the boy. He was never ill. He thought so. In the boy, he might not pretend. He shouldn't pretend. He shouldn't pretend. Number 8. It's a reject. She is disgrace. I come to reject with 2 pounds. 2 men are green. What I make, that's not the compliment. They're not the compliment. I didn't have a power in my for somewhere. Because for you to be created for power at that. But the shit that is going to do a reject in the play. They wanted to do Jeremiah in America as slow mo. But we do a reject with the citizen. We work here with standing that day. When people go back, the thing will happen like prayer. It will not be easy. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am, for your contribution, and we certainly getting there back to the female line. Then I will get onto the WhatsApp line, but of course, do a couple of draws now. Hello, how you doing? Hey, well, I know you're more.
And my name's gonna wait down.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something. That's what people forget. I want to speak on 2 things. Speaking fit in the country. And back up, sit down. Check your history. You go to school. Now know my pepper. You should never seen that rough history that they put in president in seat. In a president fall down. You never hear it. In your life. The day they were putting a guy in see Waka fall down, the country fall down, but we're all forgetting.
You're right.
So Waka will not king up packet. We can be so in Waka, but Waka will not succeed in the government until they finish. That's number 1. I want to remind, I know Greg Kumo or Harry or him. You must not forget about Jody. Jody need to jump everything in the river to the beach. How Jody left in? Who like that man? That is fasting. He's looking for his own trouble. And that trouble he's looking for, he will receive it 20 times in the country. Mark my word.
All right. Thank you, Chief, for your contribution. We appreciate that. And we certainly getting there for that. All right, so let me go on with this one right here. Hello?
God said we are, my son.
How you doing, ma?
Yeah, thank you for the ship, ma. And God bless you. Lord, I'm going to go see folks check our phone. With money, you won't get over to spread it in my car.
I know.
Because they begin to understanding. Let's do something where let God bless you. That is my to your mother.
Okay, ma.
Papa, stay to them, God bless you. I want to come to the poor aspect. Who will bet you don't give us so soon? Don't laugh at the Labrador people, don't laugh at the American government. Your political leader told us in the sport here, Waka, oh, a brain going down a dream, when Waka get the power, you are going to the work for us. Why you telling us that you all cap us? Why you telling us that you all cap out why you need Jeremiah? Why you lying to the people? Come do that, what are you going to do? You tell people you're going to get a job in Nibaka, then you throw the tornado, they throw in the sea, but they don't want to place. But everything party to the death. They see it, they're selling it. Come do that, what are you going to do for the people? They're going up. Out there, they are for your foot. You particular, you might be better. No, Eddie, we don't go there for particular. They put beat us, they put instruct us. He might be on the west side. They will go to the corner, the court, and everybody run, they will know what's there now. Not go here, tell him.
We'll get to that part. We'll get to that part. You know me already. Yeah, but I see you know me already. We'll get to that part. You know, when it's like doing something like Yeke was saying, we'll get there. Hello, how you doing? Winston, quickly.
How are you, big brother?
Fine. Let's hear from you quickly. We talk Lawrence Solante, wait on.
So, purposely call for 2 issues. One is the vice president. For him to say he's an old cap part, he still did service for his boss when he served as vice president. It's exactly what we're getting, or Liberians are getting for him again.
Okay.
A man with a 1.7, almost $2 million budget.
I know.
is the president of the Liberian Senate. At the Liberian Senate is where you find the entire country being represented by 30 individuals who resides and serve as president, where it is indeed, again, a rhetoric and disservice to the Liberian people. Finally, I'm taken aback by hearing Costa. Ebi, thanks to you for standing for integrity. Thanks to Khan Oliver Khan, Austin Kawai, and I can leave of myself, who stood our ground to say we supported we are, and we got no regret. And we can say to you today that Mr. Weah will surely returns to the presidency. But we have a Costa today, who cannot stand the test of time. But I don't blame him. Maybe when we're all around defending, Costa were enjoying the best from the CDC government. Today, he's castigating and said the worst. Liberians will get to understand the true patriarch of this country. Thank you so much.
I like that. Thank you. Though I didn't want to, but Quito Lawrence Slunter, and from there we'll get to William Bro, and we certainly get there. Yeah, Quito, let's hear from you.
Thank you, Ebe. Thank you for the show. And I listened to your analysis and great analysis. But
thank you.
I just want to tell you that I think you were talking that the Papi family, I know he recognized. He said he know about Funati, Funatina, this and that. You know what Papi I think that for now? Now, Papi, I know Ebi, I know you know, but I think that Papi because Ellen Johnson Sally spoke. That made it highlight someone that don't have their own sense.
But he had no way out. Yeah, like I said, you're right. That's part of it. Papi had no way out. Not that he doesn't
Ellen Johnson Sally spoke about the legislature not functioning. But we all who say you talking. So he took you from some of the things that Ellen did or Ellen said. That's why he started acting now like he know that they've been acting wrongly, but he don't have the balls to talk. But because the former president spoke about the legislature not behaving the right way, and why he trying to act now like he want to put things in place. Now, he will tell you, Elaku may honor the boss. He will tell anybody honor the boss.
Yes, we can.
Because somebody that he will hear everything that Papi started doing from the beginning of the election. He was coming for early notebook. Everything today he's doing, he's trying to come for early notebook. The presidency he was running for the presidency with the intent that the finances that came to the country during early regime, it was still come to him, and that why he was depending on his money, that money now coming to early in the money still coming, that why we use to do my own development. He think that money still coming. That why he's trying to create that scenario that we all get in la bro or we all fight in la bro so that he can be able to generate money through that same means.
You're right. Quito Lawrence Sulanta, thank you. So we are getting close to it now, and of course, a couple of people playing as well on the cash giveaway. Hello, how are you doing? I'm about to call some of them. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, well, bro. Is this bro? Yeah, bro. Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, thank you so much for the great job. Okay, excuse me, if you let me ask a question. Can a pack car consume fuel or gasoline?
I think they can consume sometimes. The invisible pack car.
Yeah, because no pack car can consume fuel. So if he thinks he pack, he shouldn't be consuming money for the national budget. They're not stealing.
But how they can be lying? They don't even know they can be indicting themselves. I just say a pack car. The guy is very
because you cannot pack car consume fuel because the money you consuming for the national budget is the fuel money of the work you are doing. So how will you be pack and be consuming fuel? Anyway, Brabi Kunda plan man. Yeah, those people they are just opportune to be occupying those spaces today. For real life, those people didn't worth it to be there.
Certainly.
Yeah, like just because my brother is another country, you have found all kind of men. Men in serious land can be vice president. Serious country can take that kind of man, but because of like brother level of our country, that kind of man are vice president for our country. So
That's it. But Teacher Mike, thank you for exposing. It's not strange what they did, what Boaka said. And the same thing the man repeating.
You're right.
So that's what we have. But thank God they are exposing themselves.
Yeah, they are certain.
Thank you, Teacher Mike.
Thank you so much, bro. All right, so let me get on to the next caller here. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
I'm Alvin Johnson, member of the rescue mission, calling from Dubo Rotation number 4.
Yeah.
In the country, we did the wrong thing to put Joseph Boakai in power. So the issue here, Rachel Kun force of his speaker. Because as a son man, you will not write such a letter to ECOWAS that would denigrate the whole country, that everybody in the continent was in it to me. Because I was the letter they sent the report. So that thing what they did there, it just shows to other Rachel Kun of his speaker. Yeah, I know who sat there and allowed them to stand to pull a blow against, because they wanted to pull a blow against ECOWAS. Just sorry, we made mistake. There are certain things we did. We heard you guys, but it was not the right thing to do. Some of us thought that was the right thing to do. So the people then got to come back to the country and apologize and stop misbehaving. Me, I call that misbehaving and stop. Then the president goes radio talking about I'm tired. Everybody plenty around him. When you go to the horse, they play park. When you go to the mansion, they play park. I'm tired. All that kind of thing. You knew you were tired. You was not to allow the people to make you Kennedy in the first place. But you can't be Kennedy, then you come back and be telling us say you're tired. So that error. So you're sorry. I will always say sorry. The other day again, I call on your show, I was crying, I say sorry. We'll continue to tell you sorry till the right thing can be done. So thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother, for being very bold enough. Thank you so much for always being there. Hello, how you doing?
Really?
Yeah, how you doing?
Really?
How you doing, boss? Let's hear from you.
Thank you. This is Physician by Loyalty Lloyd D. Johnson, and I joined from a Popo Corner District, my 11 Quebec community. AB, I'm a motorcyclist, and I was part of that protest today.
Okay.
Let me tell you the meaning of that song. When we tire protesting, people will not say you. People will not. Let me tell you, when we tire protesting, Muslims will not go to the mosque to pray by losses. When we tire protesting, Christians will not go to the church to pray by losses. When we tire protesting, teachers will not go to school to teach la losses. When we tire protesting, business people will not go to sell la losses. Because all of these people seeing what we put our grievances between even the government, and they are watching, they are not talking, they are not intervening. The day we tire protesting, people will lose. Say you, people will lose. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know how I will do that, but again, and hello, how you doing? Okay, so let me see which way I go. Okay, this way. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Thank you very much. My name is Sidiki Kroma. You call me back Sidiki, calling from Red Line, Motorcyclists.
Yeah, let's hear from you, Sidiki.
Maybe the problem in this country, we don't even know where are we going now. So we're asking John Kenyon, that call said, president for motorcyclists. He forgot to know that when you're telling us that you vote for the party, who voted for it again, pick up the game for the motorcycle, you're using it, and you bomb the motorcycle, the police, to the motorcyclists, and you see with things that are enjoying the government. He forgot to know that guy is still living peace prayer. Let's be very, very careful and take the motorcycle business to be very serious. Then go and talk with the boss man to allow the motorcycle to run. Because they use us, we took that money, we register that motorcycle and thing, and he's telling us that there's no motorcycle person called Supreme. It is wrong. And he forgot to know that we all work together. We took training together under the new bridge. When you ever got to, you all encourage you to vote, to go and do all those things. Today he is saying, you're not recognize anybody by need called Supreme Motorcyclists. And he forgot that all of the motorcyclists, most of all, we are citizens, some are young about it, some are different in the background. And this is not party business again. This is a thing to do to us. That's very wrong. Don't care, I'm not advising you. You know me personally. I'm advising you. The picker they gave you on behalf of motorcyclists, please bring a pickup back to us. And second thing, once a motorcyclist, we should not for today forward, we should not allow no policeman to sit on our motorbike. Any policeman see our motorbike, then they pop us. Even if the person when they go, all these police alone. We want John Kenyon to give a pickup back to us. Thank you. God bless you, state.
All right. Thanks, boss, for your contribution. Appreciate it. How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening, baby.
Yeah.
How are you?
Fine.
Yeah, this is Mohammed Guitar. I'm all in
Yeah, guitar. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity. You know, the motorcycling people, it be their own rattle between them. Because they were on the street, Baka United for the presidency. But today, if the police people taking them off the street, it be their own rattle between them. Jamaica going to America, people bully at him. Then he's saying that he's a car park because, you know, they kind of Asian day points that the people Bentley, they get in like it will continue in the country. When they go somewhere, they fight chairs to large like 12 people. Look at what Hassan Bility, what he's doing in my country. The man is not a vice president. You have a bigger office more than the Musa Bility and Musa. Look at what he's doing to your own country. And then when you move from there, you carry empty vehicle to the people. You just making a lot of promises. AB, I want to tell a microphone one day you go to the country. All the projects that were going on just when he stopped, nobody take it for nobody was in that place. I want second PA after look at you. All the projects is best stock. The only empty sharing he came to the people in the country. Then after Joseph Mabwaka presidency, you can't tell if they're going to do that you were bad president. The bad president cannot develop your people. It's sad. Thank you very much, Amy, for the opportunity.
Yeah, so how you doing? Okay, my name is Martino. I joined from 14 member of the My name is Martino Makayo. I joined from District 14, member of the National Action Movement Liberia under the Baptist CDC. AB, let me say thank you for the topic this evening. You know, I want to say that we agree. We agree to everything that's happening, and we continue to agree until the government moves in power. Those who put the government power to us, is 2023 and 2022 election, that they agree. So all of those who will come out to say, we don't know what we're doing, we made mistake, I believe that you agree. And all of us agree, AB. And to our brother Richard, he is shameless. And this guy, I don't know, when I hear that he was teaching or he's teaching at a university, I ask myself the question, if I learn on Richard, where will I get my document? I mean, the guy, he is very dull, AB. You can sit down and people using you, you're not thinking, even your children at home, they learning more than you. You they part when you go, when your child made mistake, why will you tell your child? And you they part, you say, now they're here looking for that mod. So the country, the way moving, and to our public blogger, it's true that when pre-journey said the public is not okay. And Jeremiah, who's there in Parker, he always said the public brain will not be working properly, you know, when he became president at the time. So all of what he portrayed, just what they say about him. It's not news that, you know, for some of us who know what Bwaka will be, you know, behaving or the way that he's behaving now. So Jeremiah, no excuse. You have to do the work. The money you give him, if you know that you pack up, please don't accept our money. Tell the people, let them keep our money in the reserve. We'll do something with it. But don't take our money, either then go sit down and say you pack up. Maybe, thank you for having me on your line. It's just difficult for me to go through all of the time, but let me appreciate it for all of the discussion and the education you always educate our people.
Oh, certainly. Sorry. So, folks, until we are back here, God willing, we want to wish you all the best. And I had it off and I have to put it on. So no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. I can only wish you all the best. Let's keep praying for our country. Thanks to all those who caught in tonight, those who tried but couldn't just go through. I'm going to show you. And I can tell you thank you as well because he helped in making this nice edition a success. So until then, tomorrow we'll be back here. You have a pleasant time. Bye-bye. Many of you getting ready to go for Decoration Day, right? Yeah, Memorial Day as they will call it in the United States of America. Here we call it the Decoration Day. It's going to be on Wednesday. Some of you starting your journeys already into the counties. Tomorrow, bash to leave again. Some of us who are just in town will stay right here. But until then, do have a pleasant time. Bye-bye.